This is a fantastic conversation, though. Okay, so this is one that I actually really want your advice on because you do know a lot about this field, and one I can't comprehend because I'm like a creative person and believe in the best in people. But if we're going towards AI takes over these jobs, right? Money is everybody's making the same amount. What happens to our current bank accounts? What happens to our current money? If we have a new currency, it's not the US dollar, maybe it's CBDC. If I have $1 million today and everybody else has 50,000, then I'm only going to be able to make 4,000, not allowed to make more. What happens?
So the first thing people need to know is that there's something called the FDIC, and the FDIC insures each bank account
250 grand.
250
right?
grand. So these motherfuckers out here flexing $10 million in a bank account, they literally don't seem to understand that if there's a bank run, the bank run's never going to happen. Till it happens, motherfucker. It's going to happen, right? And you're only going to get back 250,000. Why? Because when you deposit money in the bank, you are no longer the benefactor and the owner of that money. You've given it as a loan and a right of use, right?
This is well known.
To the banks. Not to most people, to people like us.
Okay, fair.
That's why we like crypto.
But what happens to people like us? What should people like us do?
I want to address the people I don't know first.
Okay, fine.
So, I want to address the people I don't know. So you have this situation whereby you only have 250,000 insured. Mm-hmm. At any moment, a bank run can happen and your money's gone. So the first objective is to become self-banked.
Diversify.
Self-banked. What does self-banked mean? Is that you do not depend on BlackRock through a 401k to be trading basket of assets for you. No, you should be educated and intelligent enough to build your own investment portfolio, right? Fuck these 401ks. People are like, oh, I got to work. I just want my money deposited. Perfect. That's why the system is there, because most people are lazy. And that's why it works. Like, it works because people don't want to put in the extra hours. So for the people I want to put in the extra hours, I guess it makes sense to build your own portfolio the same way we do. You have not only portfolio management,
like a direct brokerage, or
no, like you get your 401k, you can extract X amount of money from your paycheck, goes straight into your 401k, right? And who manages that 401k investment, right? These big companies, these big organizations, right? So who conditioned you to invest into a 401k?
TV.
The exact same guys that are collecting the money to invest on your behalf, right? So you have this big situation where you have these bank runs that take place every 100 years. Do the research, do the history. Money is extremely new. Like how we perceive money, this fiat currency, this current format of central banking is extremely new. 1971, we left the gold standard. We go into full fiat mode, right? What happens? What people don't talk about is that the president in 1971, he did a recall on gold. And he told everybody, right, it became illegal to own gold. It became illegal in the United States of America to own gold. You could own up, I think, to like 5 to 7 ounces. I don't remember the exact number. And then you had to sell all your money, all your gold back to the government for a standardized price. And this was to stimulate the economy, when in fact it was stealing. Because anybody that can create money out of thin air and print it, it's called what? What is it called? When you take the money and you print it out of thin air.
Inflation? I don't know.
No. What is it called?
Give it to me, Dad.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Printing money?
When you print money out of thin air.
I don't know.
It's forgery. Lying.
Never going to get that.
When you forge money, you create money out of thin air. And you go to prison.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So
you forge money, you go to jail.
Okay.
But the Federal Reserve, they can print money out of thin air. And what happens? They're forging money. But no, there's no consequence, because they're the ones that control the money supply. Therefore, they control the world. That means
it's useful for me to know this, but I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this information.
That means that money in your bank account isn't yours. So first of all, I made a tweet. So I'm going to break it down for the newbies, but then also for the people who are in kind of like our category up. You need to have a basket of assets, right? So for the people that are higher up, you need a basket of assets. What are the basket of assets you could tap into? You can tap into Swiss francs, Singaporean dollar, that are a little bit more stable than the US dollar, gold, silver, physical, right?
Why would we say Swiss francs out of all the currencies in the world?
Phenomenal question. Very simple. They've, up until the Ukraine situation, over the last 100 years, they've stayed neutral, right? And it's one of the countries that has been known, right, to protect its customers. Mm-hmm. And if you can manage Swiss francs that I think they have the lowest inflation in the world as part of your portfolio, I think it would be good to diversify from the dollar and the risk that's attached to it.
They have a good smart contract. Okay.
They have a great smart contract because they also have really good banking privacy laws. Yeah. So people deposit all their money there. And that's Swiss francs, Singaporean dollars, emerging country, very low debt, and great GDP. It's very small, but I think in its current format, it is one of the financial and technological hubs in the world. I'd definitely be comfortable putting my money there and diversifying there.
So you're essentially betting on the country's like strategy or
philosophy and their lifespan. Right. So the U.S., I believe, has a massive lifespan. People are like, oh, the U.S. is going, bro. People have been saying the U.S. is going down for the last 200 years, right? It's chaos. It's the final Armageddon every time people are around, right? Dude, can you imagine World War II, what it was in like all around the world? People were probably fucking tripping. It was literally the end of the world. So that situation is going to happen again. But we need to take into account that the United States doesn't only have the dollar. They have the biggest military power in the world. Mm-hmm. And with military, you have force. Yeah. And with force, you have power, and you can exercise that. Why do you think they spend so much on the military? Not because they need it. It's because they need to they understand that, dude, if shit hits the fan, we got the military. Don't fuck with us, right? And that's how America's going to end up playing. But just like Rome, that tends to be the last facet, and the last phase is military force, and it's brute force. It's your kind of last hurrah. So I don't know when we're going to enter that stage, but history repeats itself. And it rhymes extremely, extremely well.
So give me that rhyme. Is it CBDC?
CBDC is 100%.
And then what happens to existing money? US
existing
dollars.
Money. So my philosophy is that, let's say it's going to be a 1-to-1 transition. They'll call it like a 1-to-1 pairing to whatever currency you currently have.
Earning power changes.
Earning power changes. Okay. Maybe the earning power doesn't necessarily change, but
spending
CBDCs are central bank digital currencies, which tell you what? That money is not the money of the people. It's the money of what? The central bank. What does that mean? They set the rules on the money. Yeah. Money becomes programmable. So at any moment, right, the head of the Bank of International Settlements, he said the money that we're trying to create is money that is going to be programmable. Right. Which means at any moment, if you question the government, right, we can freeze your money for the next 2 days, or you already consumed your.
You go straight to the most evil use cases, bro.
Because it's what's happening. I'm like, dude, do your research.
I'm like, dude, it's great. I can just like go to a store, don't even like scan my fucking items.
But you can
go out. Like, I'm excited about it.
But here's the thing, brother. Here's the thing about
they're gonna freeze your shit, and you're going straight to prison, bro.
What I'm saying is the Trojan horse always comes in as a gift.
Okay, makes sense.
And we have to talk about these scenarios because the world is worse than people think, but it's also extremely good. But we need good people leading the world. We need people that actually give a fuck on more than just their family name and their own reputation, legacy, and their own bank account, right? So, like, what are these scenarios? We're talking about, carbon credits and this entire like greenhouse emission, and everybody has their carbon footprint. What happens when you exceed your carbon footprint? No more food. You've exceeded your carbon footprint. And they'll tell you the same narrative, which is what? It's not about you. You need to
save the environment.
Save the environment and take care of everybody else. If you look at the history of climate change, go figure out where it started. It's very interesting.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree with you on this one. But at the same time, do you not you're going to war with these people?
I'm not going to war with anybody.
Yes,
brother.
You are, bro.
No, I'm not.
Like you're building an audience and you're telling people to like actually look into this stuff and wake them up.
But that's okay.
And if you get a big enough audience, you're gonna threaten them, and then they come after you.
No.
So are you trying to go?
No, brother. The only reason we have this information is because they allow us to have this information, which is why it's called the Great Reset for a system. They need to reset the system. People need to understand that this current system is broken in order to accept the new system.
I mean, it makes sense. Like
exactly. So the reason the information is out there is they want that information out there. Carl Schwab doesn't just write a book called The Great Reset, right? For no reason. It's not a conspiracy. He literally wrote a book titled that. It's basically his entire manifesto. So you have these people that are telling you, hey, we want to reset the system for X, Y, whatever reason, right? Look into the reasons. See if you fuck with it or not. Dude, do you think I'm out here going to fight with billionaires? Think I'm out here going to argue? People can do whatever the fuck they want. But this is the information. Now look at every other source of information and every other opinion. I have a ton of people that would disagree with me. Be like, hey, globalization, CBDCs are really good.
I actually don't believe
centralized kind of everybody gets their paycheck every single month, and don't fuck with us. We own everything and you'll be happy.
They have said that. Yeah.
Some people might accept that as a lifestyle.
Most people will.
And you know what? I'm not there to converse with those people, but I'm not here as a savior or any of that type of thing. I think I'm just having a really good conversation with an intellectual person.
Oh, I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about your wild ass videos. Go watch the other ones if you don't want to see what I'm talking
about. Nah, bro. My videos are chilling.
I just think that like if you're waking up people to this, then you get a certain amount of audience. I mean, we're seeing it happen to somebody right now that is a threat to your personality or your personal lifestyle. But I don't even want to talk about that right now. I really want to go back to objectively what does, because it's going to be fine for the everyday person. Like everything you're talking about, the Matrix will still exist. I kind of like the Matrix. The Matrix is good vibes.
Here's the thing, bro. You like your Matrix.
Yeah,
you like your Matrix. If you were in the Congo, if you're in the Congo right now and you were mining cobalt and lithium, you wouldn't be fucking with that Matrix. So you just have to.
Are CBDCs like gonna hurt them the most?
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea about how this, bro. Somebody's got to be out here mining for the iPhones.
Way above my pay grade right now.
Mining for the iPhones. The iPhone that you have was built with slavery, right? The clothes that you have was built with slavery.
Work on UBI? Robots?
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully,
probably something that automates. I don't know. Go watch
Straight Wall-E, bro.
Yeah. Straight Wall-E. There's a lot of movies, and this is all predictive programming. They're showing you what society is going to be.
It's so scary,
dude. Can I tell something crazy? Look this up. When you turn on a Tesla,
look at the camera.
Okay, when you turn on a Tesla, there's something. I think Tesla's shit, right? It's a surveillance car. That shit's 100%.
Damn it, dude. Another one.
They're a data company.
I have no idea what's going on in this world, bro.
Brother,
go on, finish.
Brother,
sorry.
Elon Musk is like Lex Luthor. He wants to implant a chip in your brain. He owns the internet, the satellites on the internet. He owns your car. He owns your Wi-Fi. Now he owns your social media platform, and he owns the AI, and he owns the information that's going to feed the AI. And you think, dude, at any moment they can blackmail the dude for doing something that he wasn't supposed to do.
He's blackmailable?
Anybody's blackmailable, brother.
Okay.
They're human. They're human. That's why all these. Well, we won't go into that one. But anyways.
Thank you. Finish the test.
All right, so back to the point, right? So you have these ecosystems that you need to be taken into account, and not everything is what it appears to be. And the intentions may start good, but in the wrong hands, they can become extremely misused. And I think people need to be aware of the potential misuse for them to make an educated decision. And I think I'm just offering a different perspective.
I don't think Elon's bad. Well, I don't know a lot.
I don't know him. I'm not saying he's bad. I didn't say he was bad. I said he's like Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Because what was Lex Luthor doing? Competing with who? Superman. To control what? The world. Dude, Elon owns the internet. He owns the social media platform. He owns the AI. He owns the brain chip thingy. He owns the boring company.
I'd do that.
Brother, people are out here to run the game. What do you want me to tell you?
What
am I saying? I'm just giving you straight facts, bro. Like,
this video
you can do your research.
Neuralink, bro.
What were we talking about? I was going to make a point about something.
Tesla.
Oh yeah, the Tesla thing. Okay, look up a Tesla right now, and there's this thing that happens, which is when the car kind of has the cameras that record if anybody comes up to the car. That's what happens. It's like a prevention security mechanism. You need to look at the dashboard, and you know what the dashboard looks like as the line crossing through it with the little red eye. It looks like the evil character from Wall-E, which is literally the circle all the way down with the fucking line. I'm like, okay, the fuck is it? Is this such a coincidence? Is this a Matrix coincidence?
No,
what do you mean? Stop, motherfuckers! What do you mean? Stop! This shit's real. Look it up.
At Tesla could have just thought it was funny, bro.
And it doesn't.
It's not like the.
But the point is
Freemasons or some shit, bro. Like,
brother.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it's the Freemasons. I'm not saying it's the Freemasons, bro. I never said once that it was the Freemasons.
That's just how I take your tone all the time.
No, bro.
You get so serious. Look at your Tesla. Look at the cameras. A red line.
Brother, there's a reason. There's a reason I have camera covers, right? Because your phone is a surveillance system.
If you have TikTok,
Apple literally runs an ad right now that says iPhone. Period. It's privacy. The fuck, it's privacy? It ain't no privacy. They're telling you that it's privacy, but it ain't privacy.
I mean, everyone was talking about how, like, in the 70s, the house would be bugged. Now we all put an Amazon Echo that's allowed to listen to us.
Dude, look what Snowden said we're literally spied on. What do you do with that information?
You don't. You just keep living in the Matrix.
Exactly. You live in the Matrix. But here's the reality. You have to be aware of that information if you want to level up inside the game. The people that run the game know the rules.
People
know the rules.
Look at YouTube. You can learn.
You see that Trump pays no taxes? He did it all legally.
He told everybody.
Motherfucker ran the loopholes. He literally said to Hillary, the reason, right, I do what I do is why? Because you allow the rules to happen. So What you need to do is understand the rules of the game.
No, you need social skills, and you need to get in the right rooms, and you need skills so you can provide value, so you can get in there and people keep wanting to hang out with you because you're fun and you're good at what you do.
But you need to understand how the rules, how the game is played, bro. You need to understand the rules of the game. Like, there are unwritten rules on money. There's unwritten rules on relationships.
How do you get access to that information?
By leveling up.
Boom.
Yeah, I agree with
YouTube, learn, get good at socializing.
I'm big on self-development, bro. You know I'm big on
100%.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard because when we talk about it now, we're like at a point where we can really put a focus on it, and everyone's like, they have so many little problems that they can't even like fathom it. But if you're trying to be successful, you're trying to level up like us. Like, the biggest aha moment I had was, if I eat bad food, I'm tired. If I eat McDonald's, I'm tired. I can work for like 4 hours less a day, and my mental is not clear. But if I focus on sleep, I eat healthier, I make better decisions, I can work longer, and I'm more effective. And if you put that version of me in a room with 4 other people, I'm going to outperform them all, baseline, even if I was lower intelligence. People don't think like that because of commercials, because of the propaganda. That's the matrix that I think is really bad.
That is real. But that's conditioning. Somebody did that. Right? Somebody put the commercial.
Warren Buffett did that.
Bro, people think Warren Buffett's this nice dude, motherfucker.
Business model
this
is
guy,
addiction,
bro. His business model is addiction. Look, he owns Coca-Cola, dude. You think this motherfucker's out here?
Bro, he eats McDonald's every day.
Oh, he eats McDonald's every single day and eats Dairy Queen every single day. Dude, he owns the company. No wonder he's repping his products. Yeah, well, I'm going to eat McDonald's because Warren Buffett eats McDonald's. Bitch, you ain't Warren Buffett. You don't own Coca-Cola. You don't have to be out here advertising McDonald's, whose #1 refreshment partnership is Coca-Cola. God dang, bro. Use your head.
This is so funny.
Use your head, bro.
That's a good PR team, though.
It's a great PR team.
Why do I know that? I don't even know why I know that, but that's like a thing. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's every day, lives 5 minutes from his office, never leaves his house.
Because the 6 interviews that you saw,
and he lives in Nebraska.
Because the 6 interviews that you saw from him, right? You've built your entire worldview off of those 6 appearances of the people, and you need to understand that those perceptions are controlled. There's a book called Propaganda.
No one knows who's the CEO of BlackRock.
Last name Fink.
They're not going to know.
Oh, last name Fink.
What is BlackRock? They're not going to know. Once you get to a certain level, you don't want people to know. Forbes 30 under 30, that's not a good thing.
Bro,
you're playing a certain level.
Bro, you're a clown. If you bro, Chinese people pride themselves of secret wealth, right? In the parliament, basically, bro, run the Chinese Communist Party. There's over 100 billionaires. None of them are on the Forbes list. You see Putin on the Forbes list?
If you get to a certain level,
you see Putin on the Forbes list? It's a flex to not be on the Forbes list. There's people that are literally trillionaires. You look at the royal family. It says $2 billion net worth or something for one of these sheiks or these princes. Dude, these people are worth trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. And you think that you, with a couple $1 million, a couple subscribers, you're going to change the system? No. That's why I understand how the game is played. But I just like conversing about the reality of the situation, just like I converse about the other things. Like, for example, you look at the Emirates, they're now wanting to do something called like the line, right? That could be extremely dope, or it could be extremely chaotic. It could go any way.
It does sound cool, though.
It depends on the administration, right? But the citizens are the ones that help keep the administration in check, right? And I think that if people establish a desire and a little bit of willpower, they'll be able to control the narrative a little bit more. But like you said, you have no willpower if you're eating junk food, which tells you that
it's not that extreme. I made a lot of money eating canes every day.
Bro.
I made 6 figures eating canes every day.
But what is 6 figures, brother? When we're talking about
when I had enough money to sit on YouTube and learn
bro.
for 4 hours because I was making enough money, and I could afford that time.
But what's the
then I learned, and then I leveled up to the next 10x.
Yes, but what's the paradox? What's the paradox is that people neglect their health to make money to then spend that money on health. It makes no sense. Why can't you keep a balanced life in check across the entire board?
I agree. If I did it earlier, I would be here
100%.
I wasn't where I am until I was 26.
Yeah.
I could have been there 24 maybe, like Sebastian, something like that. But